Aloha ka kahiaka e nā haumana. This is for my 3rd and my 4th graders. Okay, aloha ka kahiaka means good morning. Alrighty, and we're doing mokopuni, which are the islands. Okay, we're going to start off with doing our state song, which is Hawaii Pono'i. And then I want to read a mo'olelo to you folks. Okay, so why don't we makau? Before that, everyone, can you please ku'iluna, olu olu, ku'iluna, please stand up. Okay? Hawaii Pono'i. Are we makau? Hawaii Pono'i, nana I komoi, kalani ali'i, ke ali'i, makua lani e kameha, meha e nakawa e pale, me ka ihe, makua lani e kameha, meha e nakawa e pale, me ka ihe. Mai ka'i. Noho I lalo, sit down. Okay. And before we start, alrighty, e kalamai. Let me just move this a little over here like this. Okay, so we know aloha ka kahiaka, right? Good morning, mai ka'i. Aloha awake is the middle of the day, good day, between the hours of what? 10 and 2, okay? Aloha ahuinala, aloha ahuinala, good afternoon, okay? And aloha ahi ahi, okay? Ahi means what in Hawaiian? Fire, okay? And the last one is ahuiho, until we meet again. Yeah, aloha until we meet again. Okay, let me start off with my mo'olelo, okay? Mo'olelo means story. Alrighty, let me get this out of the way. Okay. Sorry, kalamai, just gonna have to start moving things around and you know, it's hard, yeah? Okay, this is the guardian owl, okay? Everyone say puhi. Puhi means owl in Hawaiian, okay? E kalamai, oh wait. Oh shoots. Hold on for a minute. This is not in order. E kalamai, here we go. Now it is. Okay, sorry. One day in old Hawaii, Ka'ili and his sister Na'ilima walked down to the ocean. The boy liked to fish and he was good at it. Ka'ili helped his family by catching fish for dinner. Na'ilima enjoyed being with her brother and she often went with him when he fished. She usually stayed on the shore playing with the string game while she waited. Okay? Ka'ili stood on the beach and saw a big school of his favorite fish. He followed them down the shore past the big cave. Then he found a good place to throw his net. Look at all the i'a. Okay, Hawaiians say i'a. Say i'a. I'a is fish in Hawaiian. Na'ilima sat on top of a high rock playing with her string. She looked up to watch Ka'ili throw the net and catch many fish. She felt proud of her brother. Then Na'ilima saw a canoe coming. Suddenly the men in the canoe jumped out and grabbed her brother. Na'ilima was afraid. She wanted to scream. She stopped herself by putting her hand over her mouth. She had to be quiet. She didn't want the men to know she was there. They tied Ka'ili's hands and feet, threw him into the canoe, and paddled away. Why did the men take him? Wondered Nailima. Did he break a kapu or a law that was forbidden? We always try to be careful and do the right thing. How can this be? Then she saw it. The big cave was the start of the no fishing area. It was kapu. It was forbidden to fish beyond that cave. Ka'ili should not have fished there. It was not allowed. Nailima started to cry. She ran along the cliff to follow the canoe. It landed on the beach. The men carried her brother to the heiau, or it's a sacred site for Hawaiian traditional religion. Yeah. Nailima was upset about what might happen to her brother. She had to get help. As she ran towards her home, she had an idea. She stopped at the rock and wiped the tears from her eyes. She prayed to her aumakua for help. Her aumakua is a guardian spirit, and they do transfer themselves into an animal. Okay? Oh, Pue'o, guardian owl, save my brother. He was watching the fish and passed the cave by mistake. Ka'ili didn't mean to break a kapu by fishing in the wrong place. Please save him. Naili heard a voice calling her name. She looked up. An owl was sitting on the rock next to her. Don't be afraid, said the owl. I have heard your prayer, and I will help your brother. Then as suddenly as he came, the owl disappeared. Pue'o flew to the heiau and sat on the wall. The boy was tied up. The guards were asleep. Pue'o pecked the ropes with his beak. The ropes fell off and Ka'ili's hands were free. He untied his own feet, ran to the wall, and climbed over it. He started to run down the path, but the owl hit him several times with his wings. The owl was trying to tell Ka'ili something. What could Pue'o want? He wondered. I know he wants me to turn around and walk backwards. I don't understand why, but I trust him and will do what he wants. With the owl flying close to him, Ka'ili walked backwards until he reached the rock where his sister was waiting. They hugged each other. Then they heard the guards coming. Quick, Ka'ili, hide in the cave under this rock, whispered Nailima. The men came towards Nailima. They carried kukui torches to light their way. They stopped when they saw her. Have you seen a strange boy around here? They asked. Nailima told the truth. I have not seen a stranger, she said. Look, I see footprints, said one of the guards. They are small tracks made by a boy. He went that way. The guards followed the tracks back to the heiau. Pue'o watched Nailima and her brother run safely home. All pal, the end. Okay, so what did Kumu say about the amakua? That is their what? it's a family guardian or like a spirit, and they can change themselves. And the spirit can change themselves into an animal. As for their Amakua is an owl. Okay, my family Amakua is the mo'o or lizard or the shark, the mano. Okay, alrighty. So when Ka'ili would go fishing, okay, and his sister would come along, what do you think she'd use? Yeah? Or she'd do, oh, excuse me.